Outside of Asia, the biggest celebrations for the Year of the Goat were in London, host to one of the largest and oldest Chinese communities in the world. Nearly 125,000 ethnically Chinese people live in the UK capital, making up 1.5% of the population there. Despite the passage of time, those communities have held onto their Chinese culture, supported by numerous voluntary organizations. But what's it like to be both Chinese and English, to have a foot firmly placed in two very different cultures and two different worlds? Rachel Bastick set out to look for the answer at the Chinese New Year celebrations in London's Trafalgar Square.
Hundreds of thousands descended on London to join the fun of Chinese New Year celebrations, evidence, if needed, of the UK capital's close ties to its thriving Chinese communities. Even the heir to the British throne, Prince Charles, and his wife, the Duchess of Cornwall, joined in, stepping out with dragons and lions and even picking up a few tips and tricks for traditional New Year's dumplings. But it was in Trafalgar Square, the heart of the UK capital, that the party really opened up, hosted by actress Jing Lucy, taking her chance to be the face of London's Chinese New Year celebrations. And
I'm a Londoner, and
in a way, she was the obvious choice. Jing arrived in London with her parents from Shanghai, aged 5. Like many Chinese, the 29-year-old grew up in two different worlds.
It's changed my life, and to the point where I can put my feet in both cultures. But I think as a child we don't really understand that. You don't want to be different. You don't want to look different, sound different, eat different food. You want to be the same as everyone that's growing up around you. I think it's only when you're an adult you realize those things that you can't learn. I mean, I learned French and Spanish at school, and you use a different part of your brain. But growing up bicultural, bilingual, has massive benefits, definitely, but also I think it does confuse you as a child, and you grow up with sometimes it can be confusing.
Although a law graduate, Jing Lucy has created a successful film and television career in Britain.
a husband-to-be who understands the heart of women.
In some roles, her Chinese and English language skills a boon for directors and her acting career alike. But it hasn't always been easy, struggling with conflicting demands.
You don't know who you are, and I think as well, when your parents are first-generation immigrants, as was I, because I was born in China, you know, the values you grow up with at home are very much from a different country, and then you step outside your front door and you're suddenly in England. You're in China at home, but you're in England outside, and then at school you're with English friends. I think it's a conflict, because you so desperately want to fit in, but then you're at home and you're speaking different language and you're growing up with different values, and at some point it does marry up, and I think they do definitely make you the person that you are.
So at the end of it all, is Jing English or Chinese? Turns out she's a lot of both, Chinglish, and proud of it.
Down the middle, 50-50. Yeah, it is quite a hard one to. Sometimes I feel like a bit of both, and sometimes I use we and they, and then I switch it around. Yeah, no, I think I'm still quite confused.
The crowds have now gone home and Trafalgar Square is returning to normal, and that's the way it is for many Chinese in Britain. New Year or not, normal is really rather remarkable. Richard Bestick, CCTV, London.